So welcome back to part 8. Well, welcome back to the swamp at least. We're gonna finish up the first part of this hub world anyway. Yep, here's the names of the enemies at play. Mojo something. There's only one name that I ever committed to memory. That's only because it's a regular looking name. And once again, I'd like to address the one issue with the decoy. There could have been a very good chance that, despite using the decoy properly, if I for some reason stood, near that area, the enemy might somehow detect me despite not being anywhere near their vision, their sense of vision.
What's with this industrial strength voodoo gate? Miss Ruby must really be trying to keep something out.
Or maybe she's trying to keep something in.
Oh, yep, there's something in here. Keep something out, keep something in, whatever. This can be another, pretty annoying level when it comes to clue bottle collecting. But it's more, during near the end. You'll see why. Otherwise, this level is pretty plentiful with, clue bottles. As you can tell here, there's already providing a whole lot of it right off the bat. So yeah, this is probably a pretty short level, as you could tell, because despite there being 30, they're handing them out like candy. So you better get them all as fast as you can. Although hitting them with while doing this rail, the raccoon rail slide thing is pretty annoying. Sometimes you'll use your move, but you'll just miss. Yeah, and here's Nasty Charlotte. Yep. And here's an attempt with the decoy to show off one of the victory animations. Let's see here. Yeah, it doesn't look like much. I don't even think they have a victory animation. They just... Nasty Charlotte sort of did her thing. But anyway, enough about the spiders here. Let's get going with more of this, voodoo swamp thing. Did I mention this is voodoo? If it wasn't obvious enough already with the weird overtones this game tries to provide with well, I guess it's not overtones, but you know what it is. It's going on here. And yep, the game tries to swamp you, pardon the pun, with a lot of enemies in that one part.
These walls are making me claustrophobic. Whoa! Did you see those brains move? There's something huge under there. You better get going.
Oh, yep, I guess there's really is something here. Clarence Stuppies, or, yep. That's one enemy that's gonna be pretty annoying to get their name. Yeah. Clarence Stuppy. Bloodius Suckius. Yeah, that's a strange species name. So yeah, avoid those Bloodius Suckius enemies whenever. And don't do what I did, where you get distracted trying to look their name up. Otherwise, yep, they Bloodius Suckius you. So yeah, as you can tell, don't think it's been very much, but we already got 22 clue bottles here. Yep, it's not a very long level here. And it's still pretty annoying to do certain things. And if you haven't realized, there's something in here the slide needs to run away from. Yep, the camera's in a weird position now. Because that thing's after us now. This serpent thing makes collecting clue bottles a real pain, because he essentially walls you off in case you miss something. And if you miss something, it's back to the checkpoint, or sorry, the signal repeater. Yep. So if you miss anything, you know what you gotta do. Otherwise, it's a pretty basic chase. If you get If you lose anything, any ground here, the game will automatically rubber band you ahead so you have a chance to escape. That is provided you have a lucky charm with you. Otherwise, it's pretty easy. I don't know what the point of this was, but at least there's a treasure key.
Press the circle to enter the vault code. I had to overcome some personal demons to get the answer to this one. Try 444. These are the blueprints to Miss Ruby's production facility. I'll pipe this information into your binocucom. Use it to find breakables and clues nearby.
So yep, another blueprint. Yeah. I don't know why Miss Ruby has blueprints when she's doesn't seem that kind of person to rely on, you know, papers, but she does. And we also got 50% of the game finished. That's not mean the story mode. It just means, yeah, half of the game's already finished. Another half is, you know, still there. And that just happened. Anyway, you can use these keys here. That is not our next area we're going to, though. Because this thing pops out. So, yep, we're freeing this thing. For a bit, anyway. I don't know why they yeah. Apparently there's 2 exits here. I don't know why this one's so easily open, but it is. You know, the other one's industrial strength and everything. Yeah, that didn't go well for me. Yeah, sometimes the things don't work out.
Looks like this is some kind of giant voodoo egg beater to stir up that unsanitary mess.
If I can unlock the cauldron's lid, I might be able to thrash their production and build up enough steam pressure to get launched up to Ruby's Skull Temple.
Okay, sounds like we've got a plan. To get around that thing, try moving in the shadows made by the masks so that the guards won't see you.
Okay, this is a pretty interesting gimmick for once. The timing here is basically about as fast as your fastest speed. I don't know which one's more faster, but yeah, things even out. But anyway, the format of these levels is going to be different from every other level. Since I'm not going to the gimmick levels first, I'm going straight to the actual level, since the direction of the egg beater thing points us a different direction.
Oh my god, the green waterfall overflowing with bones and body parts. I'm telling you, the health department's going to come down big time on this dump.
I'm not sure how health department would get here. I mean, the method Sly used to get here is pretty, you know, specific for his abilities. And I mean, who else could use something called, you know, the raccoon rail walk and raccoon rail slide? It is decreed that only raccoons can use it, apparently, so yeah. And I'm too far away for this name to appear, but there's just one specific enemy who I'm pretty sure was made as a shout out to one of the later bosses, provided back when he was originally the first boss, but yeah. Pierre hates rainy days, obviously. I could see why. So yeah, Pierre throws his head at you, and he gets another one back every time. Yeah, he does remind me of a later boss. Yeah, he's very much like a later boss. I think it's pretty obvious who he is, considering there's only 3 Fiendish 5 members left now, but yeah. Of course, here there's more platforms here. These specific wooden platforms fall down, so it doesn't make things harder, but, well, I guess it does, but it's not really all that difficult with them falling down. You just gotta, you know, make sure you don't mess up here. And of course, there's another level that's pretty annoying with clue bottle collecting, since unless you want to backtrack really early on and do all this over again, you're gonna have to play the whole level just so you can get the clue bottles easy. So you won't see me get it on the first take, and I have to edit it in me collecting the safe. So yeah. And here's something gone wrong, I'm pretty sure. Or not. I swear I did that and messed up bad. Or maybe it's another one I'm thinking of. Whatever the case is, yeah. You'll see it eventually, I guess. Yeah, that's another sign of raising the stakes for a finale. But of course, this is only the 3rd level now. So yeah, despite the fact that she claims to be, be in your head, she sounds like she comes from a, intercom, so... yeah. Take your word for it, she's in your head. Sly's head, anyway.
This must be the source of all the disgusting green soup.
Okay, anyway, earlier when there was a reason I couldn't just walk there past that little barrier thing. Nothing happens if you go through it unless it's red. That's only because it's part of the security laser thing. If for any reason you cross through over it, you activate the alarm and the usual procedures occur where everything goes red and you can combust if you get caught by those red lights. Of course, it's a small price to pay for, having to deal with everything else. So yeah, it just makes everything easier if you just go through it, but if you want to be proper, you can always just sneak the other way around. And as you see here, there's a clue bottle already. And we're only 31 clue bottles in. A huge chunk of them are still missing. And that's only because they're located here. These are pretty annoying to get. Luckily, if you wait till now to do it, you at least get this nice, vine to help you. So, and there's a nice exploitable ability with it where you can just spam rail jumping on the thing, and you'll be able to at least keep going on there. So you can just do this, and you can backtrack with the vine here. So yeah, you want to wait till after you unlock the vine so you can get these last few clue bottles. Otherwise, you gotta do everything here all over again. But otherwise, that's it. And apparently I left all this in, so bear with me. I gotta watch this too. Luckily, I actually used the time speed ability, so I did something right during the recording process. And like I said, once you unlock the vine, it's there now. All you just gotta do is reach it and everything's fine. And as it turns out, it's another one of those kind of things where the goal of the level is hidden right at the beginning of the level. You just need some specific thing just to be able to reach it. And as you can clearly see, I ignored the safe there that I could easily have gotten just by backtracking just a few seconds later on, but I didn't bother. Which means I gotta resort to editing to get the job done. Yep, back in the descent to danger.
Press the circle to enter the vault code. These codes are nothing before my righteous analytical ability. The combination has to be 571. speed bending. It's Matthew Della Coupeau's perpetual slow motion technique. With this move, you can slow down time whenever you want, not just while jumping. Hold down the triangle button to use it.
Except we got an upgrade to our slow ability. If you want the game to be even slower, you can now. And you don't have to wait to be in the air. You can now actually have your foot on something. And that's how I'm going to close this off. With slow motion. Anyway, see you for part 9. Now, usual Zero signing off.